Hey everyone, I'm Franklin, a student ministries intern here at Northwest Christian Church. Have you ever had a roommate or a sibling that just did some things that just rubbed you the wrong way? Like they just took way too long in the shower, or they just never cleaned their dirty dishes? Well, I certainly have. And although my siblings back at home have annoyed me like siblings do from time to time, my first real struggle was with the first roommate I ever had during my freshman year at college. We lived just about the opposite lifestyles, and we were just never really on the same page. Playing baseball, I had workouts and practices at 5 a.m. almost every day of the week, and there were many occasions where I would be leaving to go in the morning just to find him coming back to our room at the exact same time. He would be sleeping during the day when I was trying to do homework, and then working stuff in our room when I would be trying to get some sleep. This flip-flop lifestyle frequently made me very frustrated with the situation, and obviously with my roommate. I began to get angry and short with him and the few friends that he would bring over from time to time. I knew this anger wasn't healthy for me, nor was it in any way what God would want, but the situation wasn't getting any better, and the relationship definitely wasn't either. There was then a verse that I read at the time that really stuck out to me, and one that my mom had told me a lot throughout my childhood. It was Ephesians 4:26, and it reads, "In your anger do not sin. Do not let the sun go down while you are still angry." In this portion of the letter to the Ephesians, Paul is writing them a list of practical commands, and here in verse 26, he talks about the subject of anger. Now there are two principles given. First, Paul tells us that anger is not necessarily wrong. Anger itself is not a sin, and there are definitely some things in life that Christians should be angry about. In fact, there are many instances in the Bible where God and Jesus express their anger. Like in John chapter 2, where Jesus clears the temple courts by turning over and throwing all of the tables. What truly matters is how we deal with our anger and how we control it. In my instance, I did not control it well when I began to treat my roommate negatively. Now, being angry is not an excuse to sin, and self-control is required to channel our anger in a way that honors God. Now following in the verse, Paul gives us an example of how to control our anger through his next command. Do not let the sun go down while you are still angry. Now he's not talking about the literal sunset and the exact time of day that you need to resolve your disputes, but more so that we must not wait and let the time pass before we deal with our anger. We as Christ followers should make dealing with anger a priority and not let it simmer and brew inside of us, because this can easily lead to bitterness and a desire for vengeance, and thus leading to more sinful thoughts and actions. I can say firsthand that this is true, and this was very apparent in my struggles and frustrations with my roommate. Now, anger can be a helpful emotion, but it must be handled very carefully and quickly to avoid it leading to sin. And of course, we can always look to God for help in dealing with our anger as we live our lives among our friends and family.